Well, Nompu, with the host of celebrations that would have marked the 100th birthday of former President Nelson Mandela here at Constitutional Hill, we're expecting the elders to arrive any minute now. You know, of course, that in 2007, Nelson Mandela had chosen a group of distinguished world leaders to continue with his legacy and do good deeds for others. And of course, we're expecting them to arrive here, amongst them Sir Richard Branson, the chairperson of the elders, Kofi Annan, as well as the former island president, Mary Robinson, as well, who we saw also embark on quite a number of activities yesterday. Now, here at Constitutional Hill, they will take a walk just around this block, basically to signify their commitment to continuing Madiba's long walk to freedom. Many of them, of course, are going to participate in this march, including the 100 Sparks of Hope. You'd recall that this year, the elders had set aside some kind of commitment to ensure that at least 100 groups from around the world would be able to come and give testimony of some of the great deeds that they're doing across a number of sectors, including in education and health. So we're expecting this walk to start right here, just around the block. Before then, we will be addressed by the elders. And you'd recall, of course, these 100 Sparks of Hope who told us yesterday about some of the good deeds that they're doing in their countries, ensuring that the legacy and the values that Nelson Mandela stood for do continue, not just in South Africa, but of course in other parts of the world. I did mention earlier, Nompu, that very significant that we stand here today and have this walk, because at this very site, you'd recall, Nompu, that during dark days in South Africa, this is the very site that hosted a prison, a women's jail, an old fort where the likes of Nelson Mandela, Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, Fatima Meer, as well as another icon, Albertina Sisulu, who we're also celebrating her centenary, were jailed here. But today, in a democratic South Africa, this is where the Constitutional Court, the highest court in the land, is housed, and basically the Constitutional Court of this country championing the rights of all of the citizens in South Africa. So very stark contrast to what we saw happen here at this very site during the dark apartheid days in South Africa for the freedom that Nelson Mandela, of course, together with many others, fought for. So today, this walk will take place here today. We will also be addressed, of course, by the elders themselves.
All right, Chriselda, thanks very much for that historical context that you gave us as well. And of course, we'll cross to you as and when that happens. That was Chriselda Lewis reporting from the Constitutional Square there.